Oh boy, I just heard one of the worst NBA basketball takes ever. And it wasn't from one of my casual friends saying that Larry Bird is better than Michael Jordan because they've never watched a game of NBA basketball. No, it was from JxmyHighroller. And without disrespecting JxmyHighroller too much, this was the worst thing that I've ever heard. Because in his latest video, he said that in a redraft of every player in NBA history, he would choose Victor Wembanyama at first overall post-rookie season. What does this mean? It means that he's taking rookie Wemby over MJ, Wilt, who averaged 30 and 16. Oh my, this is just ridiculous. He's taking him over Kareem, over LeBron. Frankly, he gives his reasoning, and I don't agree with any line of it. Now, I don't want to be too much of a Debbie Downer, but in this video, I'm going to be debunking this myth that he gives. And before you just dislike the video madly, listen to what I have to say. Because even though he does have some good editing and his videos are amazing, they're also a whole lot of BS. Because this take, 0% accurate. Let's dive right into it. In the video, Jimmy broke down why he would pick Victor Wembanyama, and overall, it came down to 5 things: progression, poise, confidence, skill set, and potential. Now, these are all great things to say, but they had absolutely no context behind them. He just said the words in one sentence, and honestly, they don't mean much. Progression, sure, he has room to progress. I would argue that with everyone, and Wemby hasn't proven himself like LeBron, MJ, or other all-time greats in their rookie season have. Poise, yeah, it's hard to argue with that point, but at the same time, what does that really mean? He's all high and mighty in his rookie season? Like, come on, that confidence, which is the next point that he brought up, is basically not good. He's going to be such a confident player that when he runs into someone like Joel Embiid, like he did earlier this season, Embiid drops 71 points on his head. It's not going to work. Rookies have to be humble. They have to learn to learn. Otherwise, they'll never be good. Next, skill set. There's absolutely nothing to argue here. Jimmy knocked it out of the ballpark with this one. But frankly, other players have a vast skill set too. A few nights ago, I watched Wemby torch it up against my hometown team, Warriors. And honestly, it was ugly. The Warriors took it right down to the line and ended up pulling out, but Wemby was sinking 30-foot threes. He was also hitting spin moves and all of that stuff. But based off skill set alone, I don't want to be too ridiculous, but people like Bol have an opportunity to mold into that. And, that's a pretty bad take. But LeBron, you're telling me that LeBron can't do everything that Wemby can? He can do everything and some. So skill set, honestly, just find any talented player with a big frame. Heck, you could even pull out Joel Embiid, Nikola Jokic, anyone like that. A main argument to be had is Wemby's speed. At the same time, you don't really need that speed. What is Wemby going to go on a foot race with another player? Like, that's just not very realistic, maybe in fast break opportunities, but skill set, in the end, all the NBA players are so talented. Skill set is less important than we think. And finally, potential, yes. Wemby has some of the greatest, if not the greatest potential that we've ever seen. What about LeBron? Rookie season LeBron was immediately an all-NBA caliber player. In fact, ever since that rookie season, he's made an all-NBA team every single team. He was so dominant back then. And take people like Wilt. Wilt's rookie season, was something just... It was unbelievable. He was the most athletically gifted player in the NBA. 7'1" with a 7'8" wingspan, 258 pounds. He was legendary. Absolutely legendary. First season, he averaged 46 minutes played with 37 points and 27 rebounds, winning the MVP award in his rookie year. He was so good that I think that this is just an oversight on Jimmy's part. I don't think that you can possibly argue that Victor Wembanyama was a better rookie than Wilt Chamberlain. One big counter argument is that Wemby's game is not refined, and Jimmy brings this up in his video. I think that's totally valid. But if you look at someone like LeBron, his game was not refined either, and Jimmy does bring that up, but he does attempt to downplay it, which I think takes away from the credibility of this claim. Because Wemby, although not being quote-unquote refined, played multiple years overseas in a professional league against grown men. LeBron came out of high school playing against people taking the AP calculus and started dropping 20, 10, and 10 on every single player in the NBA. Victor's defense, astounding. LeBron's defense wasn't as good. But as for not refined, I don't think that Wemby is deserving to be put in this category. It's honestly just a bit disrespectful to put him there. To sum it all up, that video was one of the best that I've ever watched, but also extremely inaccurate. I just don't think that Victor Wembanyama is that good, and taking him over all-time greats is honestly ridiculous. You have Wilt, Wes Unseld, Kareem, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson in the same exact year. Mike, Hakeem, David Robinson, Shaq, AI, Tim Duncan, LeBron, KD, Blake Griffin, AD, Luka, and now Victor Wembanyama. I just don't see him standing up there with all-time great rookie seasons like those. I mean, he's great. He has a big argument to be made for DPOY. Wilt Chamberlain won the MVP award. I'm not taking Victor Wembanyama over Wilt, who averaged 37 and 27. That's just my take though. It might, like Jimmy said, come back to bite me in the ass. In 20 years, when I look back at this video and it's just spewed with inaccurate information, Wilt was debunked as a myth, Victor becomes the greatest player of all time and is still dominating the league at 40 years old, then sure, leave your hate comments then. But until then, prove it. Prove that Victor Wembanyama is better than NBA legends. See you guys in the next one. Sorry, Jimmy.